With regard to you saying you know why you drop off in the second half, is Rodri key to that? Is it because Rodri's been out of the team and he's coming back? Not at all. Because, okay, I'll ask slightly differently. Do you think Rodri's at the top of his form at the moment?
No. 18 months behind. Rodri will be at the end of the season. Next season will be top.
So that's why I'm asking. Without him being there, do you have to find? You know, because he controls so many games, doesn't he?
He's much better, but not just belong to him. He had to improve a few things to help us to don't suffer what we suffer. But of course, with Rodri, come on. Rodri break 40, 50, 60 passes. With his passes, break the lines. So he's the only can do that. Rodri is. We know what happened last season, this season, when being fit. We know that. Everybody knows that. You don't need to be blind. But not just belong. I don't want to put responsibility on Rodri for the fight for the fact, hey, we not drop or drop. No. I see the football for many. I believe one good action, the keeper, central defender, you create a chance. People don't believe in that at all anymore. Still believe one good process, the keeper with the central defender, good pass, these two actions create a chance. A day you don't concede a chance. And I will fight until the last day as a manager for that concept. Even now it's more marking, even now it's more direct, even there are more transitions. But good pass means a good pass. So in the right tempo, in the right moment, in the right foot to make a good second action. Still, I believe truly that the biggest success in a team depends on that simple action.
So that's one thing you're missing maybe in the second half, is that what you're sort of saying?
In all the season, yeah.
Thank you.
Martin?
Pep, you mentioned just before about how you loved what Haaland did with the penalty. I mean, what did that say about his character, that he was willing to step up and take that in that sort of pressure?
I know it's not easy. Anfield 91 2 minutes, and the situation that we have, taken there and make him this composer. His body language was his eyes was fire on that, and it's not easy. And that defined good players.
He's had quite a difficult sort of few weeks. Pep, could that be the thing that sort of sparks him again? You know, gets him going again?
Yeah, of course. Hopefully, he would lift. And the situation is he admit that he's tired a little bit down. It's just one reason. It's the calendar. So Pep, no more than that.
So just following on from that, how rare is it for, in your experience, you've coached a lot of really good players, for a player to have that mentality where you step up in that, you know, the most difficult moments?
For the Erling or the team?
Yeah, early, yeah.
No, but Erling, we're going to forget, he's not 29, 30 years old, he's young, and it's part of the process. So every season he leaves, he's a better player for the next one. How he knows his body better, how it doesn't mean, to play everything for day. So we cannot forget, So the last games, maybe don't have the numbers that he wants, but we are in the position that we are thanks to him. The 3 quarters of the season, if he didn't score Erling, I don't know who's going to score. And Erling has been, we are in the position in the Champions League and especially in the Premier League that without Erling would not be possible.
Can I just check on John Stones? Is he ready to start now, and how difficult has it been
I
for
make
him?
3-4 training sessions with the team after 2 months and a half out, so step by step.
Hi, just going back to Erling, he's got 21 Premier League goals this season. Do you think his goal scoring exploits get overlooked by people because he's done it for such a long period of time? It's just seen as normal.
Yeah, the problem Erling has to deal with his own numbers, with his expectations. It's not easy to do that for many years. So that is the challenge for him. You know, when your expectations is 5 goals a season, you can improve. And expectations arrive here. We want to travel because he arrived and scored I don't know how many goals in the first season. The expectations are there. It looks like when he scored 4 or 5 games without playing, what happened? So of course he has to be fresh here, you know, and happy and enjoyable and you know, and don't think too much if you miss a shot, next one, and because the chances always had. It's not that in the games like he didn't score, didn't have the chances. You know, he take a lot of responsibility in himself. He want to help all the time. He's, you know, the way he celebrate the goal. You know, he's a guy. He wants desperately to help the team and the club. But it was a tell to him, don't put too much pressure. So go there and, you know, the instinct. Rely on your instinct. Rely on your movement. anticipate the actions like your instinct has and your gut has better than anyone in the world. So, and strikers always make a, turn around and come back.
It's interesting because we don't really see that side of his character because he looks very calm when he's in the media, in public.
He's calm, but of course he puts in pressure himself. He wanna, he knows how much we need him, and he don't wanna leave the team, disappointed for that, and that is a big attribute. I prefer that I don't care. It's completely the opposite. He's suffering when not score a goal, and don't suffer. So you do your best, run with the team, and the rest is not important.
Last two with Simon. Thank you.
Hi, Pep. I saw the interview you did with Sky on Friday, and you were asked about an Arteta quote where he said there's no spaces anymore, and you said there's still spaces if you do the process properly. And when Pep Linders was in here the other week, he talked about how other teams press so high, once you break through that, you can attack so quickly because the pitch is open. So with the way the Premier League is now, with that new dynamic, what does that mean for the build-up? Is it as important as it ever was? Does it have to change in terms of how you get the ball from the goalkeeper into midfield? What do you have to do these days?
No, the spaces, of course, with marking the space, I would say the spaces are completely different than they were before, than press, and maybe the pockets were more open, and everyone was trying to looking for that, but now there are more aggression in the man marking, so it's completely different, but the spaces are there. And of course, you have to make alternative against man marking, the option to the long and the short. You cannot be all the time long, it's all the time short. And the good teams can combine. It depends on the decisions the guy who has the ball. Of course, they change, but still, I believe the spaces are there. Still, you can do it.
You were talking just a minute ago about the goalkeeper pass to the centre back, and that creates everything, which we've seen for so many years. But it's been a problem this season. I guess with Trafford earlier in the season.
Yeah,
but
because
also with
we don't
Gigi.
do properly. If we do properly, the spaces are there.
Why is that?
Because we don't have time to training first, because there are 70% new players. That's a good argument. Yeah, there are.
And that's it?
Yeah.
So more
Management
time.
is so good to read the situations. But we don't have time to training. In the practice, and I said 70% of the players are still new. And still we need time. It's simple.
I know you're not going to criticise Donnarumma, especially because of everything he gives you. But there has to be an element of him.
Gigi, like James, don't have the quality that no keeper in the world has. It's a long ball, long.
But even the short ones, you talked about the clean to the defenders.
The short is really good. The decision is
a lot of times he puts the defenders under
pressure. But
pressure.
you're wrong. It's not depends of Gigi and Aruma. It's not depends of Gigi. It not depends of James. You put the ball to the James, Gigi, now is your problem, right? And the other ones, how they move the other ones to make the proper set, or the free man, or the long ball, how they move that. But Gigi don't have the place.
But it has to be a part.
Yeah, but he does the proper part. He does it properly. He does good. It's the other ones who don't do it well.
Pep, you've got a lot of new players, and there is obviously room for improvement in the 90 minutes in each game, but you've now won away at Liverpool, you've won away at Real Madrid, nearly won at Arsenal. That must give you a lot of encouragement that these players can handle the pressure of those big moments, big occasions.
Yeah, of course. Of course it is. But I know to win or arrive at the end, there is margin to be better. Otherwise, it will not be enough. Otherwise, it will be so boring. If I'm sitting here, oh, how good was everything in Anfield? I will be wrong. Honestly, I will be wrong. Of course, I'm happy, because we are closer, because, of course, our vibe. We need desperately our fans. I think that players deserve the support that we have in a way in Etihad. We need them. We need them desperately, our fans, to support, because they are an incredible group of players, and that most of them, they are new. A lot of them, they are new. It's the first time experience many messages, many experiences, the pressure to be contenders to win the titles. That needs time, that we don't have it. But I had the feeling that I'm pretty convinced about the diagnosis that when we play good, why we play good. When we don't play good, not play good. And when we play in type of players in the middle, we can do in a certain way. When we don't tap another type of players, we cannot defend in a certain way. Because even for me, I knew the players. And Tijani is my first season with him, and Ryan is the first season. Ryan Nouri is the first season. So Nico Riley is the first time make a real composer in the middle. So, and there are many things that Nico Gonzalez arrived 1 year ago, Kusanov 1 year ago. So there are many teams that even for myself, I need to know them. You know, this player with this player, this player with this player. How we play with Rodri and Tijani and Ryan and Phil and Jeremy's and Erlings together. We play different. Because I saw it during 6, 7, 8 months when we play with Bernardo's or Nikos or Nico Gonzalez or Rodriguez in the middle. We play differently, in offensive, defensively. It's a quality. It's still on me as in the process to know each other, and for them. But them is the message that we are to defensively, offensively, what we are. Telephone, what we are the situation. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.